said, this is your money. We're giving it back to you. I thought that was fake. Because how many times have you seen a politician or anybody in government say something like that? Usually they're like, well, wait a minute, we can find something. We'll make a sign. They gave it back to the people in Wisconsin. It goes to show you we don't have a revenue problem. You've heard this before. We have a spending problem. That's what we have. And then we have all of this class warfare stuff. I get real aggravated over this for the very simple reason. I came from a rural family with a single mother. We had nothing. I couldn't even afford to buy my own notebook paper. I had to borrow notebook paper from people in my class so I could do my homework. I ate biscuits and milk gravy every day, and I walked uphill both ways when I went to school. 15 miles, that's right. How'd you know? My gosh. The biggest hill in Missouri. I came from nothing. My mom came from nothing. Poor farmers in southern Missouri. And she made herself, and she's an accountant now, and I made myself into what I am. The class warfare is all in the mind. But yet this is used all the time to justify why the government has the authority and the moral right to take more of what is theirs. Everybody talks about a fair share. I'm going to tell you something. It is so easy to be generous with somebody else's money. It is so easy. I'll tell you the story. One time, I was probably about 9 or 10. My mom took me to the mall. She took me to South County, which I thought was the big city in St. Louis. I was like, this is the city. So it was a suburb. And we went to the mall, and it was her birthday. And I said, Mom, can I have some of your money? I want to buy you a birthday present. It's just like what our government says. Can we have some of your money? We want to get you something fancy. So she kind of looked at me and gave me $15. So she went into one store, and I went across the mall, and I went into this knick-knack store. I don't know what it was, and I saw this ceramic pig. And it wasn't even a cute one. It was laying on its side sleeping with its little hooves, all staggered. And it was all of my $15. But I was so excited because I was being so compassionate and so generous and giving that I was getting her this ceramic pig. So I brought it back to her. She said, and I said, I got you a birthday gift. And I handed her the bag, and I watched her, and I was all excited, and she unwrapped it from this brown tissue paper, and she pulled it out, and it was a ceramic pig. And the way that she looked at that pig was the way that some dads look at their sons when they realize they can't play ball. I just don't know how to describe it. She just looked at me and looked at the pig and went back and forth and said thanks. And I was like, I don't understand why she isn't so proud of me and so excited. I mean, look what I gave you. With your own money, but look what I gave you. And as I got older, I realized when I started getting paid and I started looking at my check and I started realizing how much the government was taking out. And when I started paying taxes and I realized how much more the government was taking from me, I realized that they haven't even given me a ceramic pig. But we got signs. They're doing something. Fair share. That's all I hear about. You hear about that fair share. Well, what does fair share mean? Fair means, well, that's yours, I want it. That's fair. I worked for that. I work real hard for that. You know, I pay my bills with that. What makes you better than me that you don't have to? Because I came from nothing. And you came from more than me. Most of the people screaming at me about fair share, they don't know impoverished. You don't know impoverished until you've eaten biscuits and milk gravy for day after day after day after day after day because it's all your mama could afford. You don't know poverty. Yeah, fair share. And I don't even have a ceramic pig. I hear a lot about, and you know, because I'm from the Ozarks and my family was raised Southern Baptist, this is going to happen. So a lot of people sit here and go, well, you're a Christian. You should give people the fair share. I guess you just don't love Jesus. You would not believe how many people tell me that. You just don't love Jesus, I guess, because you have that, I want it. Give it to me, or you don't love Jesus. Oh, that's when I start Bible thumping. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. Who's unwilling to work won't eat. There you go. That's Jesus' mic drop. I had to say that a little bit, our American psyche has been changed, or is changing. We are a nation of doers, not takers. But they're trying to change it. Because the more the government gives you, the more the government controls you. He who gives you something, he got you under their thumb. Nothing is without strings. And that's when it comes down to changing hearts and minds. Changing the system. You heard the senator say we can't. That's great. We can talk all day, 6 ways to Sunday, about changing out elected officials and changing issues and this, but that doesn't mean anything until you connect with the people and you change their hearts and minds. And it's hard work, it is, and I get it. Look, I get it. It's a beautiful day outside. It's a beautiful day to knock doors and make some friends. Try to look at it. This, you have an obligation as free men and women in the United States to be eternally vigilant for liberty and to be good stewards to your fellow man, of your fellow man. And that includes knocking on their door and saying, "You got a minute? I'd like to tell you about liberty." That's what it means. Changing the system. You know what I would love to see at some point come from this? That we change the system, like literally. And we make it to where we don't have withholding anymore. And every man and woman in the United States has to write a check to the Department of Treasury every single year. And then you want to see a riot? Can you imagine? You have people sitting down having to write a check to the Treasury every year instead of having it taken out of their checks. Most people, it doesn't bother them because they don't see it. But all of a sudden you have to write a check for this amount of money? You will have people banging on some doors. You'll have my great Aunt Betty up there banging on the door. "Where's my pig? Where is my ceramic pig?" Because right now she doesn't pay attention, but she will. People have to see how much they are giving up. This whole idea of fair share and this whole idea of the government taking all this is about equal mediocrity is what it is. It's not fair share, it's equal mediocrity. You can't make something of yourself without the government. Let's all be equal in mediocrity. That's what it's about. I don't want to be equal in mediocrity. Everybody has the opportunity in this United States to go out and be whoever they want to be, whatever they want to be. Look at the people that we have in D.C. Look where our president came from. Look where I came from. I came from nothing. You can make you can make yourself do whatever you want, be whoever you want to be. And that's why everybody is here today. Because you guys have answered the siren call. You see it. You see it. You guys are going to go knock on some doors, right? They're like, "What?" Yeah. They won't. They'll give you a ceramic pig. No. That's what this is. This is, you are the first contact. I say this every time I talk to activists, and I cannot emphasize it enough. You are the first contact. You know, these people, they see it on television, and they see people talking about it, but what they don't see most of the time are people coming to their doors saying, "Hi, this is what I believe. I believe in liberty. I believe in keeping more of what I earn. I believe in working to live, not living to work. Can I tell you about this? Can I tell you about liberty?" For a lot of people, you all will be the very first people that they see telling them about this. That always blows me away. Whenever we would go door to door in Missouri, and I would knock on doors and I would talk to people, and they would be like, "Wow, we thought you would have horns on your head, and that you would be here to sacrifice a goat on our porch. We didn't know that you were like nice." Yeah. You're the first contact. You are. It's like aliens. We bring you no harm. We mean no harm. Look, I get it. I'm tired. Everybody's tired. But we have a privilege. Do we not? This is a privilege. privilege to be able to do what we're doing in the United States. It is a privilege for me to go and talk to somebody else and tell them and say, look, this is how much you're paying to an entity that is not representing you. We need every man and woman to take up the yoke of opportunity and tell them, you need to reject this system of equal mediocrity. You need to go and get what is yours. Step over this government hurdle. Don't let them put you in this box of equal mediocrity and tell you that you are not patriotic enough because you're not paying enough to study lesbian obesity. It's like an abusive relationship. They tell you you can't do any better on your own. Well, you know what? Yes, you can. Yes, we can. And we will. And that is why you are here today. To go forth and to tell all of these people in this community, you can do better. You want to keep more of your own money? Yes, you can. You can do better. You want to be able to work less and to invest in your family more? Yes, you can. That is what you are here to tell people of Arkansas today. Yes, you can. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here today.